I had a lot of things going on. My personals are picking up, so it's getting a little busy. Thank you so much to all of you for your viewership and support. Yeah, it's been busy, it's been hectic, but personal readings are really picking up. So if you like a personal reading, please, by all means, contact me by booking me through angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. So I'm gonna let everybody come on in. No, they didn't, y'all. I didn't want a damn green screen. Wait a minute. Okay, well now I know how to use that. Hey y'all. Oh my gosh. How's everybody doing today? So, for those of you that are in my tarot membership, thank you so much for joining us in the tarot membership live from Monday. Um, if you see this title and you were in tarot membership on Monday, you know exactly why this is our title today. So, y'all, no jumper house just got raided by the feds. Oh, it's still up, Tarot Destiny. Every Monday we're gonna do, you know, live readings, and I want everybody to get comfortable. Like if you're in my tarot lives, in my membership, and you want to start your own channel, let me know. Email me at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com, because I want to do like split screen where I can have you on the screen on one side, I'm on the other, just like how I do with the panels, so that I can help you get your confidence up and you can get comfortable in front of the camera before you do whatever you do on your channel. That way it flows a lot better. You said I heard wonder who's next. Everybody connected? Everybody connected? So like for everyone that was in my tarot live on Monday, we already talked about how, it pretty much piggyback on this whole thing with WAC 100. And I was saying that he need to be careful. He definitely needs to be careful because everybody around him was getting picked up. And if everybody around you is getting picked up, there is no way on God's green earth that they're going to let you just keep on, sliding through the cracks. Eventually, somebody's going to have to come and see about you too. You say, hey y'all, I'm late. I was listening to Millie. Oh, happy allegedly Wednesdays. Hey, Philly. Hey, shout out to Milagro Grams. Whoo, y'all. So we're going to get off into some things. Hey, Yellow Brad. Hey, Isaiah. Hey, Luscious Lovely Lady. Tarot Destiny. Hey, Dreamscape. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll be on here tonight. I'm gonna try to do at least 2 to 3 hours. So for me, that's short. I've had a long day. Who knows? We get off into shenanigans. Y'all know I may not be on here, and then I get to talking to y'all, and time just flies by. Thank you, Kayla. I will not forget Station Head. I won't. Matter of fact, we're gonna get off into a few things early. You said, "Am I okay?" I am. It's just been hella busy. That's all. It's a good problem. I can't even complain. Station Head, where you at? I just need to, lay down, get some rest. You said no sushi today. No, baby. Somebody need to order me some. I had just got out of a reading with a client before I came on here. So, y'all, listen. I ain't worried about being cute today. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Getting station head queued up, everybody. Hey, station head, how are you? Welcome to Allegedly Wednesdays. This episode on YouTube is going to be under, I want to say the title is called Rico You Say. So we're going to get off into everybody who seems to be getting Ricos and getting in trouble in court, which sounds like the theme of 2025. So thank you for tuning in with me over here on Station Head. And if you have any problems with commenting on YouTube, do me a favor if you're able to comment. Misspell your adult words, please, and thank you. They're being very petty, everybody, with my comment section. So, y'all, how about this? Who was in here 2 weeks ago when I had DJ Vicious Vic in the comments and we were discussing how Tori? Thank you. Somebody said they love the nails. Who was in here? We had DJ Vicious Vic in the comments, and we were talking about how Tori may have created the Peterson album. Okay, I see a couple hands. Okay, so y'all want to hear something ironic? Now that's my people in real life, y'all. I get a phone call. We had like a 4 hour phone call, just running our mouths. And he said, I love what you're doing. The show is great. I came back the next week and I couldn't comment. I was commenting and you couldn't see me. Are you serious? You mean somebody I had as a guest in my show to go ahead and speak to everybody in the comments couldn't come back and comment? Y'all, this is crazy. So from here on out, when I have guests on the show, we're either going to do them on station head or it's going to actually be a split screen like how I do the panels, and we'll go from there that way. Cuz I mean just wow. Baby, this ain't even nothing to do with the YouTube policies. Like when I contact Google, cuz for those of you that don't know, you can't call Google. You have to email Google and like talk to somebody in a chat. So it makes it complicated to, do all of that in the chat because you may have more than one issue. And how do you talk to somebody about more than one issue? Or if you got more than one person that you're trying to get out of, I guess, YouTube comment jail. And you're in the chat. And then you got to keep waiting for the thought bubbles to come up and for somebody to come and talk to you. Y'all, it's crazy. So we're going to look at Adam 22 No Jumper first. Okay. Oh, thank you, Braden Brown, because today I didn't feel like it, baby. I promise you I didn't. Let's see. Jumper, no jumper. See, and I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't feel not a bit damn sorry for no jumper. And here's the thing. You out there playing in the dirt and then you surprised that you got your hands dirty. You're hanging out with all of the gang affiliates. You're using them because of their community, they're standing in the community rather. But then when it comes time to do what they actually do, go hard or go home, sit down for a minute, all of a sudden it's a problem. So here's the thing. Thank you, Cat Eyes. That's right. Don't block them. Just time them out because they help to build the algorithm. Unless they say something that is completely against the guidelines, just time them out. Y'all remember that incident out there at No Jumper's studio where the guys were supposed to be coming to visit Whack 100 and they made all these excuses for, well, they wasn't on this side, so it technically wasn't us. And they weren't on this side, so they were really over here at the other business. So I don't know if y'all know One of those gentlemen was a pastor. The other one, both of them are community leaders. They're pillars that help in the community. So these weren't, gang affiliates. I believe one of them may have been in the past, but that's not their life anymore. Well, one of those guys ended up with a closed head injury, and he went to ICU, and they were saying that he might not make it out of ICU. Now, no jumper, when this first hit the fan, he came on the internet and he tried to lawyer his way out of it with the way that he described everything to minimize liability. And to me, that was disgusting, because if you're going to do anything, it's better that you say nothing at all and let your lawyer just do their job, or you just tell the truth. In this situation, let your lawyer do their job. So we're going to tap in and see what's to come for Adam 22 No Jumper podcast. Lord have mercy. Thank you, Justice for Us. For anybody that wants to know about my readings, right here in the comments. For personal readings, email me right here, angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. $44 for a 30-minute reading, $88 for a 60-minute reading. All righty. Let's see what's going on with No Jumper, y'all, because he sure ain't going to jump out of this situation. And I'm so glad that listen, all of y'all know I love to collect my decks. So all my tarot girlies, if you can still find these on Amazon, they are on sale right now for like $12.91. This deck is usually like around $20 to $25. They are beautiful. Alrighty, this is some shenanigans, y'all. Let me anoint my hands, because before I go into this one, ugh. Y'all, I guess I should say thank you to the trolls for being so supportive. I get somebody got excited because I was oiling up my hands. You heathen. This is holy oil. Thank you. Oh, you are so sweet. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Tarot Destiny said I had a 1 hour reading with Angel last week. I'll be back. It was amazing. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. So let's get into some things, y'all. No jumper. See, this is what happens when you cosplaying in the hood while drinking your juice. It's nothing wrong with being a businessman or what people consider being square. They last way longer. You stay out of jail. You keep your money. You live good. You live a rapper's life that the rappers pretend that they really live in. All right, no jumper, no jumper. Tell me about you and the feds. What's going on with you and the feds raiding your house? What's going on with you and the feds raiding your house? Oh, yeah, oh, baby. First card out, heartbreak. And I love this deck because both the colors, Bloods and Crips. So remember, if you were in my live, I want to say last Wednesday, and if you were in my tarot live on Monday, because we tapped back into the energy around WAC 100, and I said that there were going to be way more raids, that way more people were going to get caught up in this. People in tarot live, y'all already heard this. Way more people are going to get caught up in this, and there's going to be a rise of a female boss coming up out of LA. So heartbreak. This feels a little bit too real for him. It's like being around people that get in trouble is one thing, but actually getting in trouble is another. He never expected for this to happen. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. So, you know, crazy enough that this is a man who thought he was getting away with something, right? So here it is. Conflict and communication represents the Five of Swords right here in his hand. But the Two of Swords down here represents being cut off from your destiny or cut off from, your freedom. So he's realizing that maybe he shouldn't have said anything, allegedly. He shouldn't have said anything when it comes to how he spoke about this. Remember, I said he ran to the internet and tried to use legalese, and he lawyered up in his conversation, and he wanted to minimize everything down to semantics. Like, well, technically it happened, but they were on that side of the parking lot, and that side of the parking lot is not my company. Well, it looks like the company that you keep, it didn't matter what the incident was. Oh, thank you for the flower, Cahill. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the incident was. Literally, it's the company that you keep. So he's starting to realize why your mama said, you can't hang with certain people. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Now, Queen of Wands represents a very vivacious and ambitious type of individual. So, being that the Queen of Wands has come out, also, this is someone who can be very sexy or uses what they got to get what they want. So, to me, it feels like he's worried about, his wife and what's going to happen with his fortune, his money, everything that, he's amassed. He's thinking about how this opportunity, this was a major opportunity in all the years that he was worked on it, looking over how things have went over the past. You said WAC 100 said that he got Adam out. He can get him out, but that didn't stop the investigation. If the feds come to your house to investigate your house, please believe they came for a very, very certain reason. Those raids are extremely expensive. The feds don't just pop up and raid you for nothing. So glad you mentioned that, Angel B. Let's see. First of all, Whack, how are you able to get people in and out of damn jail all the time? This is getting very peculiar to me, because if he had the ability to get somebody out of jail, why you ain't get Blueface? And that's your client. I digress though. Let's see. You said you did say shell companies and laundry. Yes, I said those were going to be very, very big keywords for 2025. So thank you for reminding me of that, because that was a prediction from last year. So how does he keep getting the news first? Baby, listen. All great questions. All great questions. Because the news first and getting people out, to me, go hand in hand. Something is very peculiar here. So yeah, he's very, y'all, he's distraught. This was an unrequited offer. He's like, I can't believe that this happened. He's really upset because this happened in front of everybody. This is footage. He can't finagle this and try to talk his way out of this, because they, just like they did at Big U's house, people came out with their phones, with cameras. It's like, how you can't spin it. Pretty much, you can't spin it. Why he got all these feminine cards, y'all? Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords. I'm gonna be nice today. I'm gonna be nice today. So, Queen of Swords. He's, oh God. All I can say is somebody ain't built for this life, and I don't blame them if they decide that they want to move on from certain activities. But when I see that they want to move on from certain activities that they've been dealing with in the past, it feels real crazy to me that it it takes this for you to see that this is real gang life culture. This is gangland for real. They don't. I ain't gonna say they don't mind going to jail, but it's a part of the life. This is not a part of No Jumper's life. This is where the cutoff comes. So y'all better hope his loose lips don't sink ships, and people don't end up having to wear soap on the rope, because I don't see him holding his nuts, y'all. I just don't. Not for the long haul. He will get real white and suburban and go back to his old life. Said Cincinnati in the building. Hey. Said, well, Adam do be doing content with, oh, yellow brat. I'm not gonna say that out loud, and I didn't know that. Thank you. You definitely explain why I keep getting that energy on the table. I I try so hard, y'all. I really do. I try so hard not to say certain stuff. Mm. But if it's there, it's there. He came out as a queen of wands. Oh my God. Oh, not sassy pants. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. So yes, the Snitch Olympics. Hashtag Snitch Olympics, y'all. So Snitch Olympics. I'm not saying this out loud. Y'all listen. I was already doing I was doing a reading earlier, right? Right before I came on. And one of the screws came out my chair. Y'all, I promise you, I thought I was downstairs. I thought it was over. Y'all, I have worked so hard. I'm working the screws out of this chair. But I ain't worked hard enough to get a new chair yet. So I ain't about to say what I'm seeing right here. Let's just say um, somebody said something. Well, Cody, baby, if it's demonic, why are you here in demonic church? That you sound real simple-minded. Why are you here? Matter of fact, let me help you. Let me help you. There you go. Bye. Bye. I see where all this feminine energy popped up. Cody, you was on your way. So for all my tarot people, like I said, I'm not going to say this one out loud, but I will say allegedly. Y'all tell me what this look like. Y'all tell me what this look like. Ooh, baby, I ain't saying this one out loud. But how about I read the comment and this popped up as soon as I read the comment. You got a moon here and you got the lovers. So shout out to you for whoever just spilled that tea, and I would not finish that sentence. There's your answer, sweetheart. What the hell is going on? 2025 turned me loose. Whoo. Whoo. Yeah. And it seems like because of that activity, this is how he really actually manifests. I think we done fell in a rabbit hole, y'all. I think we done fell in a rabbit hole. And I answered my question from earlier. So yeah, I see why there was some type of urgency over one over the other, allegedly. Oh my God. But it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Because this is saying this is how someone actually manifests. And it's supposed to remain a secret. The Seven of Swords. Excuse me, y'all. Whew. I had to take a slight commercial break. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't even want that one. I don't even want that one. Say whack is the TMZ of LA gangs. Listen, if that has never been a more proper description, because he do get all the tea. Oh, he get all the tea. It's like, how the hell are you always on speed dial when something happens? But, oh, what? Hey, from England. Hey, how are you? Listen, the spirit realm said I said what I said. Ace of Swords. Oh, now they be laying it low and spreading it wide. Oh my God. Y'all, it's going to be so much going on between this camp and what's going on with these people. Expect this to go on up until July. Aggressively. Yeah, this is heartbreaking for his wife. Page of Pentacles, the wife card. So it's heartbreaking for his wife. He feels like he should have followed his intuition. Y'all, I'm not going to say that out loud because my spirit guides is doing the most, but I will say this. It's a reason why. It is a reason why there is a representation of masculine and feminine energy on this card. Ooh. It explains why he got so many queen cards. That's all I'm going to say. Brandon Foster said, my girl. I didn't know about being your girl. When did that happen, Brandon? Yeah, this is heartbreaking to his wife. I feel for her because it's like, wow. Said, I think I know what you mean, Miss Angel. Listen, I'm trying to keep it cute, but they not keeping it cute today. They whooping feet. And they all I can say is they giving me the position that he plays, okay? And there's a lot of queens here. Mm. Whoo! Whoo! Adam 22? No jumper. What is going on here? What have you gotten yourself into? Mm. Yeah, he's worried about how this is going to affect his stability. Okay? Four of Wands definitely represents stability and moving forward. So, y'all, if he has to face any charges, expect him to cop a plea. He's gonna cop a plea right off the top. He's not built for this. He's cool with being around the people, but he ain't down for getting into, the trenches like that with the people, which is kind of messed up because if you're going to be in this type of culture, you've got to prepare yourself for the downfall. It comes. I don't know, y'all. I grew up in a generation where the gangsters used to have a retainer already paid to the lawyer. So if anything happened, they get the phone call, the lawyer is already on it because they put 50 to 100 stacks on the lawyer. So I'm just not understanding how they can get on the internet, speak so much about gang culture, but not be prepared for the repercussions that come with gang life. This is one of the repercussions. He said, do I believe in Jesus? Baby, you must be new here. This is a most high operated channel. Yeah, he's really worried about how this is going to affect his stability, his marriage, how things are going to move forward from here. Because him getting out is just the beginning. All that does is, help him to be able to have a better chance to communicate with his lawyer in person, handle his affairs. So, yeah, this got real quick. If he have to, y'all, I'm a call it. Allegedly, it can be a plea deal. He's not going down with the Titanic. Mm. Yeah, this came out of nowhere. He didn't see it coming. So he's thinking about the actions that he's taken, what he's gotten himself into, um, the environment that makes him money. Like he's gonna have to find a new way to get off into making money that does not thrive on this energy. And also, well, thank you, Fabe. Hope I said that right. Here's the thing for people who do not know. Usually, like when you catch a case of this magnitude, hey, Cass, you can't be around other felons or gang affiliates. So how is this show supposed to run if it's all, gang affiliates on social media, and now nobody can be around anybody, not until this gets sorted out. Hold on. Let me cover up her little tarot boobs, y'all. Y'all know they be giving us all types of hell if you let a tarot titty slip. So yeah, you got the star here. So he has hope that there's a chance that he can just backpedal and pee pop, so to speak, out of this situation. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on here. I'm just a businessman. But they're like, yeah, your business employs a lot of people who have questionable energy and past. So think about it, y'all. They picked up everybody that is a part of the cast first and got him last. He should have known when they picked the other guys up that he was, possibly going to go in. Selma, you don't even know what witchcraft is. Before you speak, please know what you're talking about, because when you say something like that and you speak against somebody with an anointing, you mess around and put a price on your head in the spirit realm. My angels will come and slap your damn forehead. Watch your mouth. You don't even know what witchcraft is. Half the time, some of y'all do witchcraft every day by running your mouth lying. You know that's a form of witchcraft? You get on the phone and call your peoples and gossip and don't even know if what you're saying is real. That's a form of witchcraft because it's misdirecting people. Witchcraft ain't always, putting stuff in jars and burying stuff and newt and boiling some stuff. Sometimes witchcraft, hold on, let me take a break because we done already went down, the Skittles highway over here, so I'll be back. So for some of y'all that don't understand, okay, I'm gonna give you a real good example of witchcraft that some of y'all mama might have done. If you are a woman and you blame the baby on somebody that it didn't belong to, that is called blood magic, ma'am. Because you had to trick somebody by putting that baby on them so that you could get wealth from that baby that you would not have gotten, that did not belong to your bloodline, because that ain't that man's child. That is a form of witchcraft too. So we gonna call it, let's call it all. But don't come over here talking about witchcraft when you don't know anything about it. Because mislabeling somebody when you don't have the proper understanding about what you're talking about and who you're talking to, that can be considered speaking against the anointed. And God said, touch not mine anointed, do my prophet no harm. That means your words too. And I'm saying this to you with love, because you can mess around and say the wrong thing and The veil is so thin right now. The angels are active. They're cracking right now. You'll get that back tenfold. So make sure when you say that to somebody that you're saying that with righteous judgment, because you could bring hell and brimstone in your house speaking on the wrong person. Now, let's get back over here to Skittles Highway. Yeah, so we got, the lovers and the star here. Like I said, he's thinking about his choices, and he's hoping that he can find a way to kind of finagle, because it's like he's thinking about the gossip, what everybody is going to say. He's even considering what he's going to say. He's highly just upset, disappointed, in deep regret about how this is turning out, how this manifested, because it's one of those things to where I never thought it would be me. Yes, the Skittles Highway. Hashtag Skittles Highway. Yeah. So he's thinking about how this is gonna cut off all his manifestations, how he makes money. So y'all, this may have actually remember I told you about that fight outside? That fight not you actually did the hashtag, hilarious. That fight may have helped to expedite this situation. So let's say they may have been watching them anyway, but that fight just gave them the reason to kind of come in a little earlier than they would have wanted to. The fight that happened outside of No Jumper Studio, where unfortunately one of the gentlemen ended up with a brain injury. Now here go another one. I know you one of them CMA members. You not even CME. You make it to church once every third equinox. Said never met a sorceress that wasn't a complete egotist. Baby, I'm not a sorceress. Once again, there you go. Y'all running y'all mouth, don't know what you're talking about. Some of y'all gonna mess around and make it to 2026 with no lips on your face because you keep saying the wrong stuff, and y'all keep missing out on all this judgment that's happening around you. Look around you. Everybody right now is paying for saying and doing the wrong thing. No, baby. Divination and sorcery is not the same thing. Look at the root word of divine. Divine comes from the up above. Okay? So anything that is divine comes from the Most High. Here's a teaching moment, and I wasn't going to even have this conversation, but let's have it right now, because I see that is somebody uneducated about the difference between sorcery and divination. So we're going to go to school, because I already have on my reading glasses. So let's join the reading rainbow, and we'll come back to the Skittles Highway. So since you don't understand the difference, let's break it down, okay? Before the Watchers fell, which were the guardian angels that were supposed to be on this earth, the Most High only allowed the gift of the divine, which is divination, to be given to the ones that were chosen by him, that he had handpicked himself. It was not supposed to be a gift used for everyone. The fallen ones, out of jealousy, picked their own human beings to give gifts to, and those people did not have a divine gift, and they were not in a divine alignment with the Most High. This, I ain't gonna say that word, because this pretty much defiled the gifts, and it allowed the gifts to fall into the wrong hands, which brought it into darkness. So there you go. You don't even know the difference between. How about this, King Jesus Saves? Do me a favor. Look up seer and see how many times you find seer in the Bible. Because we're going to have a teaching moment here. I want you to know what the difference is between a seer and a sorcerer. Because if you read the story of Moses going to Pharaoh when he told him to let my people go, Moses the seer went to go see Pharaoh. Pharaoh had the sorcerer. The sorcerer threw his stick down. He threw down his wand. God told his seer to throw down his rod, his staff. The sorcerer, his turned into a snake. The seer, because divination comes from God first. It gets down here and it gets perverted by people who are dark. It's not the same. Now, Moses was instructed by the Most High to throw down his rod. And when he threw down his rod, it turned into a bigger snake and ate the snake of the sorcerer. You know what that means? No sorcerer, no person that works out of darkness can ever supersede the power or the will of the Most High, because all divine things come from the heavenly realm, the celestial realm. So y'all give the devil so much credit that you actually are disrespecting the Most High by even giving the devil more credit for being able to be supernatural than God himself. How dare you put the devil before God? Gifts were given to God's people first. They were stolen and then reallocated to the wicked by the fallen. They did not come from the fallen, they came from God first. The fallen turned around and bastardized the gifts. Everything the devil does, he does it backwards. That's why some of y'all don't know up from down and left from right. Y'all go to church and sleep halfway through church. You're hungover. You don't even listen to what the pastor is saying. You only know 6 verses. And that's why when you get in a pinch, you don't even know how to pray to get yourself out of it, because you only read 3 scriptures in the Bible anyway, and you halfway understood those. Study to show yourself approved before you come out here trying to tell somebody about the 3 scriptures you know, when you sitting over here misrepresenting the scriptures because you don't even know how to properly use them in context. It's not about coming in judgment. It's about coming in righteous judgment. If you're going to judge, make sure you're judging in righteous judgment and you know what you are talking about, because this is the year of judgment. And if you judge, remember, it's judge lest ye be judged. And if you're going to be a judge and stand up and speak for God, you better make sure God told you to say what you said, and it's his judgment, is not yours. Because God does not need you as a spokesperson when you don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know how to spiritually protect yourself if you ran across a sorcerer. If I was a sorcerer, I could send something to your home to knock your whole bloodline down. And guess what? Them 2 or 3 scriptures you know ain't going to help you, because you don't know how to pray. You don't know how to use them. You don't know how to activate your faith. Every time something happened to you, you want to run and cry and scream and go get the wrong people to pray for you. The people you get praying for you don't even like you. They've been praying on you. And guess what? You don't know they've been praying on you because you don't have discernment. So get your discernment up before you tell anybody about God, because it don't sound like you really met him yet, but I'm glad you're on your way to class. Now, let's move on, because somebody needed to hear that. Don't stand in judgment until you actually study to show yourself approved. It's more dangerous for a fool to stand in battle than it is somebody that's well learned. So sit down until you know what you're talking about, because you're going to get yourself toe up out here in these spiritual streets. Because even the demons know more scriptures than you, and they know how to use them better than you do. That's how they know you're not studying to show yourself approved. And it ain't their job to make sure you know. They'll make sure you misquote everything you say, because when you misquote what you say and you use it in the wrong context, it's blasphemy. So before you blaspheme, don't piss God off. Learn, because learning is what sets you free. Now, we gonna finish the Skittles Highway, y'all, because Lord have mercy. Let's get back to our show. I don't know who needed to hear that, but somebody in the replay needed to hear that. God don't need you to be perfect. He needs you to be righteous. It's a difference. It's a big difference. If you read your Bible, you would know he took the worst, he took the mess, and he made it the cornerstone. He took the prodigal child, the one nobody wanted, the one nobody believed in, and he made him the head of the family and not the tail. So don't come on here quoting what you don't know, because God will take any miserable person and turn them into a king of all kings, because he said so. Not me, not you. God said it. And when God say that you can stomp through, you better stomp through, because it don't get no better than that. So yeah, y'all, ten of wands. He got the weight of the world on his shoulder, because it's like there's a heavy truth that's attached to this, and it's like it's a burden he can't get from up under. And I feel like this is why Adam could allegedly cooperate, and that may be why Whack went and got him, because he's the weakest link. Okay, would you show your feet, Darth Nerd? I didn't hear you say nothing about Cash App. I didn't hear you say nothing about tips. What you gonna do with my feet? I just gave a whole biblical description, and you talk about my feet. What you gonna wash my feet like they did in the Bible? What you need my feet for? What you need to see my feet? Where do they get my trolls from? Do they go to the dollar store and just go down to the bottom of the bin? Like, where do y'all be coming from? Y'all better quit playing with God. You hear God's word, shut up until it's over. Don't say nothing stupid while you hear God's word. You said they come from the backyard swap meet. Ooh. So yeah, y'all, it looked like that's the reason why Wack went to go get him. It allegedly. It looks like Wack went to go get the weakest link to keep him from cracking. He knows he's not built for this. He knows this is not, really what he does. And, he allegedly, he want to make sure that he doesn't get in front of the judge and whoever he needs to talk to and crack. So he could be possibly allegedly prepping him. Maybe so. Baby, if you think a pastor said that card reading is wrong, you need to get out of here, because you don't have any business sitting here if you don't know for yourself if card reading is wrong. That's what's wrong with a lot of y'all. Y'all go to church and say the pastor said, but how many times do you talk to God and see what God said? Pray and ask God what he says before the pastor said, because you could be in the building, but that building is still not the tabernacle. All pastors are not built equal. And a lot of y'all pastors, let's get on y'all pastors since we having our hallelujah moment today. A lot of y'all pastors are masons. And depending on how high up those masons are, they do not believe in God. So you better check your pastor's hands to make sure he ain't got on the magical rings. Because if he got on the rings, he definitely going to put a ring around your mind and keep you from knowing God for real. All pastors are not sent from God. Everybody ain't picked, everybody ain't chosen by God. Y'all go to the fancy places where they like to pass the collection plate around 75 times in one sitting at church, but can't tell you one word of truth that's going to save your soul. Go to where it's going to save your soul. And being in here, if it ain't going to do it for you, get out. But what you will not do is come in here and tell me what your pastor said. Because if that's what your pastor said, then I should find out who your pastor is and tell him that you in my chat. Now, if you don't want your pastor to know you here, get out. Because you shouldn't be here. I want you to open up your mind. See, I'm nice to y'all a lot, and I'm really cool and I smile, but I got to get you together when you say something that's going to get you spiritually in trouble. And this is with love. This ain't about you being rude, baby. I want you to open your mind and stop telling people that your pastor said something. What did God say, honey? What did God tell you? If God didn't convict your spirit being in here, then it don't matter what your pastor say. God supersedes all pastors. So if your spirit is telling you that you shouldn't be here, I'm not going to hold you here. Go with what your spirit is telling you. But don't tell me what your pastor says. What did God say to you? Because at the end of the day, that's who we got. If the lights go out, if the world goes backwards and we don't have any internet, all we have is God. That's all we had in the beginning. That's all we have when it's all said and done. You gotta really, really start praying to make sure that you have the right pastor, the right church home for you. All pastors are not going to give you God's knowledge, because knowledge sets you free. And if you get too free, that collection plate start getting light. They don't tell you everything they need to tell you in church, because the moment you feel condemned, you start rolling your money back up and putting it back in your purse. So you got to start praying for things that resonate with your spirit, because what resonates in your heart is God. God lives in your heart. And when God talks to you, you need to know the voice of God. Don't know the voice of your pastor more than you know the voice of God. Because if you know the voice of God, then you will know if your pastor is really sent by God. You got to know the voice of God. See, people go and they pray and ask God for things, but how many times do you sit and listen so that you know God's voice when he talks to you? You got to know God's voice for yourself. Your pastor can't do that for you. You might mess around and find your pastor in hell and you standing right behind him in line. And it would only happen because you didn't talk to God so that you can know God's voice. Please learn God's voice. And I'm not saying that to you. I don't want you to think, I'm riding your back. This is serious. This is serious. Because God's voice will find you anywhere you are, whether you are in church. I don't care where you are. You could be on your deathbed. When you hear God's voice, you got to know his voice for yourself, because your pastor might not be who you think he is. See, God will talk to you and minister to you about your pastor, not for you to go and tell people things about your pastor, but for you to go pray for your pastor. If your pastor is going through a spiritual situation where he's falling short, first thing first, he's supposed to step down, because he ain't got no business standing in the pulpit if he's not living his life accordingly. Because how can he guide you and tell you anything if he's not right? That many are called and few are chosen is one of the realest things that's ever said. That's why you got to know God's voice, because when you know his voice, you know the voice of those that are chosen by God. And they don't all look like what you think they look like. Baby, it don't matter who pastor it is. Saying it's not your pastor doesn't change. You got to know when God is speaking, because it resonates. It hits different when you hear God's message coming out of somebody's mouth. When you know God's voice, you will hear somebody speak and you will know right then and there, God was dealing with me about that. Thank you for giving me a confirmation, because nobody else will know what God is dealing with you about, but you will know when God speaks to you, because he was already dealing with you. He was already dealing with you. If you don't do nothing else, I beg every last one of you, know God for yourself and learn his voice. Because if you don't know God's voice, you don't know when the devil is talking to you. And that's dangerous. You gotta know when God is talking to you, because if you don't know, you won't know when the devil is talking to you. And the devil will come to you and he will mimic light, but he can't keep it. He can't maintain it. He can't vibrate high enough for long enough. So what he does is he'll get you into a situation, it'll sound good in the beginning, and then boom, that trap door will come. Because that's what it was. It was a trap the whole time. It's a lot of people with Bibles in their hand and ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. That's why you got to know God's voice. So, what else are we about to get into? Y'all want to do like Busby and Jay-Z's court case? Or let's see what y'all got down here. Hey, from Melbourne, Australia. Checking in from down under. That's right. With God, all things are possible. That is absolutely right. Can I tap in on the fall between Bad Baby and Henny? Hmm. Interesting, interesting. Can you also do a tap in on Marvin Sapp? What's going on with Marvin Sapp? I haven't heard anything. Y'all, it's so much going on. It's hard to keep up at this point. But I told y'all the judgment would strike like this, like God is cleaning house. He's literally wiping the tables right now. He's everything must go. Hold on. I see somebody that need to be put out. There you go. Back to the street. Sexy Red is being sued. I been out the loop all day? What is she being sued for, y'all? Y'all funny talking about Pastor Angel. I just give you, I give you the truth. Said I just saw a video of him basically locking people in the church and telling them to donate until he got to 40,000. See what I'm talking about? And this will be the person that'll sit up there and say, will a man rob God? Yes, you will. You will rob him by stealing from his flock. If that flock did not raise that $40,000 for you out of love, you cannot lock the door and force them to give you money until you get what you want. That is robbery through spirituality. See, all the people who like to quote them 3 or 4 scriptures and don't know the Bible because they don't really read, people who talk about Leviticus, this is why the Messiah went to the Levites. He went to the temple of Levites, where the temple priests were collecting money in the Lord's name and misusing it. And he started grabbing people by their collar and ruffling them up. But pastors don't like to talk about the Messiah beating folks up in church, because if they talk about it, they will have to talk about doing the same practice that got those Levites disciplined in the first place. So when you hear this type of stuff, this is not godly. God does not force anything. That's right, flipping tables over. That's right. The Messiah fought, at least as far as I know, 2 times in the Bible that I can remember. He did not play about his father's respect. That's disheartening. That's right. God loves a cheerful giver. How can these people be cheerful givers if they held hostage until further notice? That's not godly. God ain't told nobody to do nothing like that. I won't say the name of the church that I went to, but it's a very big, prominent church here in my city in Detroit on the west side. And after this service, I never went back. they had like the $20 line, the $50 line, the $100 line, the $1,000 line. Y'all, I found the line back to the car. Because God does not tell you to sell prayers and blessings to people. Prayer is supposed to be the one thing that you give to anyone that is sick, shut in, and infirm. That's right, 313 reppin'. You said you're in Brazil. What country do I live in? I'm in America, baby. Yeah, prayer is the one thing that you're supposed to give freely because it sets people free. You give people prayer because you actually care and you have God in your heart. You want them to heal. How do you sell prayer? Lord, I ain't talking to you right now. I'm talking about Auntie. I'm talking about God. I can't even say your name right now, but welcome to the chat. Welcome to the family. You know who you are because I had to rename you. I'm going to say your name later, not right now. You don't sell prayer. You don't sell blessings. You don't sell hope. None of that is godly. All those people doing that, I promise you, this is going to be the year that they start falling. Y'all already fell out in the pulpit last year. I ain't going to name both the pastors that fell out in the pulpit last year. Y'all going to keep on, and God is going to strike y'all down for good for playing with his name. This is not the year to be playing in God's face. Asha, yes, that's his name. Isaiah, yeah, listen, I wasn't saying that name right now. It wasn't appropriate. Oh, you said you want to know what I know, ma'am? Just listen, baby. Just stick around. We're here every week. He said, Blake, pray for the black community. We're under attack. Baby, I pray every day. If you're someone that is in my life or someone that I come across, I pray for your healing. If you get a reading from me, you can't even get the reading without us starting in prayer. Everything goes back to God in prayer because the Most High never lies. He is the only God that promises you to never lie to you. The beginning and the end. So that means there are many others. There's demigods, there's all other types of gods, but none of them supersede the Most High. So why not go with the one that will never tell a lie? You said explain the Trinity from the Bible or from history? Because you got to remember the Bible is only half the age of where the Trinity came from in the beginning. But either way, it's still, if you look at the Trinity from Christianity, you know, they turned it into masculine energy to remove what it actually meant. So you got to remember a lot of these people, when they did these translations, it was to make you more confused. The original Holy Trinity was the father, the wife, the father, mother, and son, like the married couple. And they taught that because they wanted people to be very aware of the womb and the phallus and the power that both had. So nowadays, we don't respect the power of the womb and the phallus, and so many people have lives that are out of order because they cannot control their loins. And your loins is how you usually get so many demonic attachments attached to you, sleeping from this one to this one to this one to this one to this one. So that's why they don't teach you to, be very mindful of who you sleep with, because sleeping with the wrong people attaches demons. And demons don't come alone, and that's what people need to know. Demons come with legions. Legions are 10,000 or more. So by the time you see one demon, just think of them like a roach. If you see one, you got colonies of them. So if you sleep with someone that has demonic entities, Oh, this is not just soul ties, baby. I mean, sleeping with somebody give you a soul tie. I'm talking about entities. If you sleep with somebody with entities, you will end up having the entities that they have. If the person has issues that make them want to unalive themselves, they have issues with violence, they have issues with perversion, you attract all of that. That all becomes yours. And then when you go to the next person to sleep with them, you pick up whatever they have. When you sleep with a person, this is what they don't tell y'all. You either sleep with their angels or you sleep with their demons. It's up to you to pick right. You say, how can you tell? Your discernment, sweetheart. But I will give you this. Demons cannot hold form. They can only do what they do for a short period of time before the person glitches and that demon comes out. The demon always ends up breaking character, and a very easy way to know if somebody has a spiritual possession is to always watch the eyes. If someone can't look you in the eyes and their eyes look wild, look a little crazy, pray for protection because that person has something on them. You know what, Nefertiti? I ain't gonna touch that. So, this is why it's so important to not just sleep with just anybody, because you could be thinking that you have, mental illness and things of that nature, and it's not. It could be spiritual illness that you attracted by sleeping with someone who has a lower spiritual energy than you. Naughty has a lazy eye, too. Well, you better pay attention when it ping pong back and forth so you can catch the spirit that's in there. Or at least watch the one that's being still. Said I brought a yoni steam and pray. Yeah, a lot of women don't even know when you sleep with a man. That man, if he's not wearing a condom, his DNA stays in you for up to 10 years. So if you think about it that way, you're carrying that person around in your womb for 10 years. So how many people are you carrying? Is your womb heavy like a bag? That's the real reason why they tell people to do yoni steams, because you're steaming out the DNA of another person, which locks you into the soul tie. Y'all, we having this feel like Thursday night over here. This is the stuff we talk about on Thursday night. Nefertiti, you listen, sweetheart. I'm gonna tell you because you going on a thin line. This is very serious what I'm talking about. Don't get to the point where you're making jokes out of this, because this could really help you. This is how people get possessed, sleeping with the wrong people or doing illicit party favors, and those party favors unlock portals that bring demons through. Those are two very popular, powerful ways that demons latch onto you. And if you don't have the right person in your life to teach you how to spiritually cleanse and teach you how to go to God and how to pray, you will be bound. You don't want to bind yourself to something that you can't get out of. Right, you said that's what's happening in the music and movie industry. Right. And they're doing that on purpose because it also adds to the confusion. Because if you got all those spirits on you, you can't think straight. If you can't think straight, you can't make the right decisions. Well, baby, don't worry about your ex being dark. Go to God, pray, and start doing some spiritual cleansing, do some spiritual baths. You'll be okay. And just know God don't give you a spirit of fear. That's not God that makes you fear anything. God said come before him boldly and ask for what you need. So when you talk to God, go tell him boldly that you cut those ties between you and that person, because now that we're in this retrograde, this is the time to cut those ties. Any person from your past that you don't want anything to do with, Now is the time to make that decision and cut them loose. Because I promise you, if you make it out of this year attached to the wrong people, you're going to start another cycle that's going to be at least 10 years long at the shortest, or for the rest of your life, of being miserable and uncomfortable. Please wrap up all your cycles this year. Because if you don't, you're going to come back and say, now I know what she's talking about, and I'm stuck. Don't put yourself in a position to be stuck. Because it's a difference, y'all. It's like the tears of demons. You might, you might sleep with somebody got little training demons, and then you sleep with somebody else got an arc demon. If the demons on that person are stronger than the demons that are on you, I promise you, it's gonna mess up your whole entire life. But speaking of messing up somebody's whole entire life, y'all, let's go on over to Busby and Lake Mal. Let's see what's going on with them in the courtroom, because according to the internet streets, allegedly, the judge was not quite happy with Jay and the way that they have been handling the alleged victim. Y'all, the judge got so mad that she cussed and had to correct herself in court. So I'm going to start off with the judge. Y'all, let's see how the judge actually feels. Let's see what's going on. And just remember last year when I said best, worst year ever. Last year, good. This year, no. This year, you got to be held accountable. How did the judge feel about reading the documents between Jay-Z and the alleged victim? Remember, this was the lady who dropped the case, everybody. She dropped the civil suit, and people were sent to her home. And it was said by TMZ first that these people were sent by Roc Nation. Roc Nation denied it, and then one of the investigators, they claimed, slipped up and said that that's who hired them. So let's see what the judge says. Oh, yeah, y'all. It's a brand new sheriff in town. You said, yeah, both sides got admonished, but Jay got it more, even though it seems like he will rule in Jay-Z's favor for extortion claims by the next hearing. Interesting. So, funny you say that. We got the Three of Swords, which represents heartbreak for the defense. So, also, it's like heartbreak because the judge was so defensive. So here it is. We got the Wheel of Fortune. And being that, people allegedly, somehow, some way, may possibly drop a bag on people to get things to turn in their favor, that's not good to see at the bottom of the deck. Let's see where we're going from here. Y'all, it's going to be a battle royale between the lawyers. You got the King of Swords, which represents, law enforcement, judge, jury, and like feds, okay? And there's conflict in communication. So Jay is going to have to be very, very careful with what he says. Being cocky this time around is going to be a huge downfall. Because what he says in these cases could possibly end up getting picked up by the feds, allegedly. So remember how they did Puff? Where, the media kept blacking out Diddy's, involvement and possible involvement for a very long time before everything came full circle. So during that time where they were doing those cases, like the case with Cassie and Rod, the lawyers literally did the hard work, the heavy lifting for the feds. And this is what he's going to have to watch out this year. Every case he has, whether he wins, lose, draw, whatever it is, they're all being used to allegedly collect evidence for the feds. So he's going to have to be very careful about what comes out in court, because it's not about if he wins, if he loses. It's about how much can come out of these cases that can go over into a federal indictment. This is what I'm seeing right here. Oh, how are you doing? Love you from South Africa. Love you back, baby. You said they're watching you? Hey, y'all. Hey. Said yes. Jay's lawyer said that he misspoke and said his investigator was sent by him. It was one of his assistants that he sent. Well, see, this is what I mean, y'all. I'm working so hard. My chair is falling apart. Y'all, the screw done fell out my chair. Y'all said they watching me and my chair is falling apart. They free Angel's chair. I need a new chair for 2025. I've worked this chair into oblivion. I'm trying to make sure that I'll end up in the basement before the episode is over. Goodness gracious. So no, I mean to agree with you. The fans are watching. Yes. Yes. I'm trying to make sure I don't fall out this chair while y'all watching. Oh God. So yeah, he's got to be very, very mindful of what is going on with these testimonies, what's coming out in court, because they listen, I ain't gonna fall, because who gonna come pick me up? So this is, remember what I told y'all about Busby playing with his food. Busby plays for the long game. Whether the long game is the win in court or the win here with the feds, allegedly. Let me see what y'all talking about over here on Station Head. I left y'all. I'm sorry. You said you want to hear about Busby and them. Okay. I see a Kanye. Lord have mercy. I don't think I got enough energy for Kanye. Y'all don't know when y'all ask people to read on those very, very tilted extra people. It takes a lot of energy. You, ooh. Well, hello, DTV. I cannot read that, but I know that that is in Arabic language. So hello to you, Habibi. What's my station head name? Let me see. Hold on. I want to see if you can see this in the screen. It's Miss Angel the Oracle at Station Head. And for anyone that has problems commenting on YouTube, we are trying to work that out. I don't know what they're doing to us. But get on over here in Station Head, because I can see your comments in Station Head, and they can't edit you in Station Head. But if you're going to say something here in this comment, and it's a little rough around the edges, do me a favor, misspell it. Please and thank you. Oh, goodness. Yeah. They're singling him out. They got something on him that he has no idea that they got. They have no idea. And it's huge. They're walking him down, y'all. He don't see this coming. They're walking him down. Said, I don't think that's Arabic. What is that? It's Arabic adjacent. It's still Middle Eastern, baby. He knew what I meant when I said Habibi. For those of y'all that don't know what Habibi and Habibta means, it means my love. Habibi is the masculine version of my love. because I live in the Midwest. I'm in Detroit. It's a very high concentration of Middle Eastern people. So I can't read what he said to me. For one, they read from right to left. We read from left to right. I can't read it, but I can tell you, hey, thank you for coming. Yeah, they're trying to figure out. We got the hermit here on the table, which, like I said, they're singling him out from his family. So they're going to start with him first. I wouldn't, if I was his family, I wouldn't think that this is a good thing, because sometimes they start one way and then work their way down. You said Dearborn repping. Yeah. Um, he's going to have some people that he considers to be family and people that are very close to him that are about to start separating from him. So remember, he said that, go bestie, it's my bestie, is no longer his friend. They just know each other from work. They're mere acquaintances. Well, it looks like he's about to get that same energy. Ooh, that what goes around comes around is crazy. Give me a second, y'all. Gotta make some room. Yeah, today didn't go the way that they thought it was going to go in court. Um, and see, I want people to understand it's not about if he wins or loses a case or not. There's going to be multiple cases. Y'all got to understand there is the Cash App case. There's this case. There's the Ava Law Firm. There's a lot of cases going on simultaneously. There is the investigation into possible bribery with the casino bid. So he's got a lot going on, and he's got more and more people separating from him. Show me what type of people. Oh, y'all, Judgment Day is here. Judgment Day is here. Derek Chauvin got a pardon today. Interesting. Judgment Day is here. You got the Hierophant in the tower. I want y'all to know what I'm talking about. Okay? Some readers will say that the tower is going to come through the law. And he is going to have a tower through the law, and it's going to be a big one. But the Hierophant represents the highest level of persons that can receive messages from the Most High. So this would be, mediums and seers that have been warning him. The fake physics that he talks about, they're warning him about this tower. But look in the tower. That's God in that tower that is striking him personally. Personally. Ain't that crazy? Didn't I tell y'all he gonna feel like God punched him in the face personally? God said, I told the anointed to give you judgment. I told them to tell you what was to come, because when it happens, you will know that it is me speaking through the anointed, because only the anointed are going to be able to say what your judgment is. Here's the spiritual indictment coming down the people that he calls fake physics. Here's God himself. He's one of those don't believe fat meat is greasy type people, and he's about to find out. And it's not going to just be this case, y'all. I'm telling you, like it's multiple cases. It's multiple cases. And it looks like they're going to keep piling up. Now, being that you got the Hierophant in the tower, that's also the powers that be that are over him, the people that put him in position. Allegedly, some of them may be the reason why this tower actually activates. So let's just say, it could possibly be one of those, the call is coming from inside the house type situations, but it really is the hand of God hitting him from all angles. This is like getting hit by lightning 7 different times, 7 different directions. You don't see it coming. You, like a thief in the night, won't even see it coming. Yeah, expect more scandals to come. There's going to be plenty of gossip, and it's going to be heartbreaking because this is the first time ever that people have felt this comfortable speaking on them in a way that is considered to be not reputable or to their highest good. Remember, this was how people were with Diddy. Everybody was like, "Oh no, they're trying to take down a black man," and then he got taken down. It was like, remember that video we saw of him and Cassie. It's like, oh, he's a monster. I can't take up for that. He boloed that girl. That's not right. This is what it feels like is coming. There's something coming that's very, very big, and it feels like it's coming from an insider. And this is why it's going to hit the way that it's going to hit, because he's not going to see it coming. Literally, this call is coming from inside the house. His takedown is from the inside. This is the art of war, baby. His takedown is from the inside. Said somebody said Spiro dropped the case with Jay against Busby. Can you tap in for clarity? I haven't heard this personally. I haven't heard that at all. But what I can tell you is if he dropped one, he gonna pick up 5, 6, 15, 20. he ain't getting out of, this ditch. It's, remember, Diddy started off with the one accusation, and then you pop up with like 120 people that are accusing him. Yeah, we're gearing up for his descent. So think about being on a plane when they prepare you for a landing and you start to feel the pressure in the cabin. This is the pressure in the cabin. You feel that pressure in the cabin, the popping in your ears before the plane descends. This is like the pressure in the cabin before the descent. Now, I gave you a time period in the beginning, for those of you who have been with me, of 14 to 16 months, and that Tory would be going out and the other person would be coming in. So this is aligning with that 14 to 16 months when his judgment will start. How long is it going to be before judgment is activated and is finalized? Oh, they said about the same time. He has less than a year and a half. 2026 and 2027 are going to be terrible. He's going to be done 2028. Yes, no turning back after 2028. He's going to have a lot of cases, y'all. So it's not just this case, that case. It's a lot of cases. They're going to build. You're going to see more and more and more cases, more and more and more scandals, more and more gossip. Thank you, Alicia said. You said 2026 to 2028. They're reconfirming that. 2026 to 2028, he's going to be in court a lot. If he was trying to kind of like sweep stuff up under the rug and move forward so that he can get his sponsors back, he might need to make another plan, allegedly. Ugh. Said, do you think he'll migrate with his family? I've been telling y'all, expect a family vacation. It's very possible. Yeah, you said so. Winning this one shouldn't be a real concern. No, this is just the beginning. Hey, Serena. This is just the beginning. And see, he was so caught up worrying about his wish fulfillment that he didn't realize. Remember what I said. Busby plays for the long game. He doesn't worry about the wins for today. This is a man that will drag your case out for years if he has to, because he's for the long game. And see, if he drags this case out as long as possible, it's going to be easier for him to protect that lady as well. So this wish fulfillment that they thought they were going to get is turning into a hangman. Between, I want to say, the middle of this year, so between like Gemini to July season, so that's like May to July, be expecting the narrative to start changing with Jay. People are going to start speaking more freely, and it's going to be shocking because we've never heard people speak this way openly. They may have spoke behind the scenes, but not like this. People are going to open up and start speaking freely. You said, Angel, I had a dream about Whitney, and she was in white on a gurney about to go to the hospital. I was talking to her, and she said, Clive, interesting. Hello, hello, everybody. Yeah, this is just the beginning of, y'all. They trying to throw me out the chair again. This is just the beginning of his legal battles. And I said battles with the big S at the end. He's going to have battles back to back to back. Said Kanye opened the door for people to speak against Jay. Yeah, especially with him being from the top. Because you got to remember, this is the year of judgment and accountability. So people have to, when people say only God can judge, once again, that's somebody who didn't really read the Bible, because God says, judge lest ye be judged, and to judge with a righteous judgment. God never said only God can judge me. We came up with that. We're supposed to govern ourselves accordingly, which means we self-judge, we self-correct. So if you self-correct and you judge yourself accordingly, then that makes you able to stand in judgment of somebody else, because it's fair, righteous judgment. It's not about how you personally feel. You cannot judge with how you personally feel. You have to judge by the righteousness, or the rightfulness of the situation, not your feelings. Kanye said on his burner account that Jolene and Camel went to Treasure Island. Yeah, that has been said for years. So I wasn't surprised when I heard it, because the original flight log, they were listed on that flight log. People just didn't believe that that was a real flight log. So I'm more concerned with whose name is on the client's list, because the client's list could be people that may have come over there on their yachts. Like, everybody may not have flown over. Yeah. So expect some interesting mental gymnastics between these lawyers. They are going to go tooth and nail. Okay? This is going to be a very aggressive battle of the minds. And it's y'all, the lawyers are the new OGs for 2025 to 2028. Remember I said that the lawyers are the new OGs. The lawyers are our gangsters this year. And we're going to see more and more bold, flamboyant lawyers. And we're going to see more and more documents and arguments drafted up that are very, very intelligent, flamboyant, and just think about that Drake paperwork that was just drafted up by UMG, where they took his own words and used them as a header, and then they ran it down like it was a diss track. You're going to have more and more creative lawyers that are doing that. Oh, thank you, Interstellar Perspective. Mercury retrograde messing with my words. Email me at angelkissestheoracle.com and I'll get you scheduled right away. Yeah, he's going to have some humbling moments, and it's going to really be a hard pill for him to swallow, because people have never talked to him this way or treated him this way. Um, Tell me more, because we got the Two of Cups, Ace of Cups here, and we're talking about the lawyers here. So Two of Cups is like a dream team. Ace of Cups is someone that loves what they do. So because these lawyers love what they do, I want y'all to think this lawyer that is in this courtroom is an extension of Busby, which is like Busby is in the court. So because Busby can literally tap in with his counsel at any given time to make sure that things are going the way that they need to, it's like he's on the case, like, you know, he's a shadow member. So it's nothing that you can do if he's still very, you know, active with the lawyer that is a part of this case, which is going to be very, very interesting, because you got to remember this man came for his reputation, his family, his clients, his employees, his, you know, his constituents. So this is very personal for him. This stopped being about just doing law. It's law with a twist. It's like, I'm going to get you because you took this too far. Allegedly. Thank you, Rockin' Johnny. Yeah, that represents the truth, the Ace of Swords. So, you know, we got the King of Swords here, which also represents Gemini as well. So expect this lawyer to be very, very interesting with the way that he argues these points for this case, because it's something very particular that they're looking for, that they're trying to single out for Jay. And depending on how the questions are answered, it's going to put him in alignment for more Ricos. So expect them to be very aggressive with the way that they argue this case, because they're going to try to make a precedent for not just him possibly harassing this young lady, but they're going to make sure that we know that she's not like a regular witness. Like, this is someone who, you know, has a particular type of diminished capacity. So how can I say this? Let me just go ahead and channel. Okay, so here it is. With her having a type of diminished capacity, the way that they handle her has to be very, 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 very by the book. And it has to be done effectively, because she can have some type of breakdown or illness, which could cause further repercussions. Okay? So we're also looking at this could also go off into disability law because of her ailment. Remember what I'm telling you. Busby is very, very intelligent. He's like a cat playing with his food. It doesn't matter which side of the table you're on, he's going to meet you there and just He's corralling him in the way he wants him to go, hurting him in the way he wants him to go. And because they're very arrogant over there, they don't even see it coming. This is why you got to think. Busby is dangerous because of how he thinks. His mind, literally, all gaskets, constantly firing. He thinks from like 10 different angles while you're still working on the first one. This is why he's so effective. This is why he was chosen. Remember, that young lady was not originally his client. She was sent to him from another law firm. This is why he was chosen. If it was anybody that could win this type of case, they figured it was him. So, yeah, this is going to really, really rock Jay's family, because things are not going to just go as smooth as he thinks. And it's like as soon as he gets out of one courtroom, he could possibly be walking into another, or like he could have multiple court cases in the same week. It's going to it's going to start off slow, and then it's going to move faster and faster and faster and faster. And as the time starts to pick up, because you got to remember, like, timelines are shifting right now. That's why so many things are happening. It's like people are paying retribution that they thought they got away with 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. We are all, facing an extreme spiritual judgment. So I would suggest, if you can pray and repent to release things, now is the time. Because if you make it past this year and you don't get yourself together and align yourself properly, I promise you, you will regret it. And this is looking like what's going to happen to him, because he's very stubborn. He's very, very stubborn. He's very, very, even, what's the word? Pompous, even. And this is why Busby is going to be one of the worst things that can happen to him. Because when you're arrogant, you don't see the bigger picture. You literally don't see the pride before the fall. Yeah. People are going to see him as toxic. They're going to separate themselves. They're going to get away from him faster than they did when it comes to Diddy, because they don't want a part of the downfall. They don't want that onslaught. Definitely an ego death. A lot of people are going to have an ego death this year. Please believe it. And that's because for those of you that are in my membership on Thursday, you know that we talked about accountability, and why accountability is so important, because it's the last step before the fall. Him being so cocky and not taking accountability, or just, let's say you don't take accountability, you just decide to be quiet, right? Because he always has to be so flagrant, this is why Busby is going to, drag this out as long as he possibly can, until he gets to the very bottom of what he needs to get to. And he's somebody that, because he pissed him off in his personal life, y'all, he like, what's that little white crip? I can't remember his name. He passed away. The one that did the Today I Got Time, cuz. Yeah, that's Busby. He got time. Nothing but time. Because he's going to make sure that you're held accountable. That's right. Accountability is everything. You can't fix your life. You can't get out of the ruts and the ditches that you're in without being accountable. You must be accountable to fix broken situations. Yeah, this is going to be a really, really hard blow to his finances, because, you got the Ten of Pentacles here and the Chariot. Expect more sponsorships, large sponsorships to leave, to separate from him. They're going to see him as bad for their brand. If he can't get out of court, this is going to really affect his brand. And I feel like this is what this was supposed to do. Yeah, they want to drain him of his funds. So yeah, definitely the Hierophant, the Tower, and the Seven of Coins is letting me know that those that he reports to, oh gosh, yeah. So remember that I've been telling y'all the keywords for this year could be laundromat, okay, shell companies and laundromats. Something that he invested in is definitely going to be a major downfall. Something that has to do with securities. Yeah. And see, this is what I'm talking about. For everybody that's been here with me, you know that I already said that this has the propensity to go global. Y'all, there's something going on here. There's some type of, come together moment behind the scenes. There's major collaborations here. Major collaborations here. And let's say these are three different entities working together to research where this money is coming from. What's happening with this money? How did this money become amassed? Is this legal or illegal tender? Let's see what y'all talking about over here. South Palm, what is it? South Palmic. The readings for everyone that is on Station Head, a 30-minute reading is $44. An hour reading is $88. And you can reach me at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. Thank you for asking that. What you say? What are those cop cars called? If you in the hood, they call them discos when them lights go off. Said what happened with his casino deal. Allegedly, he and his wife are being investigated for possible bribery for casino bids. Yeah. So expect some interesting things to happen by Gemini season. Yeah. Jay's lawyers may have to do something a little different, go in a different direction, because, yeah, I'm telling you, Busby is hurting him like cattle. It's something that he's doing on purpose, allegedly, that is pushing Jay in the, would you say, only tarot? Ah, you know what? If all you gonna see is my cards, why not? I can go over there and say what I want to say. You ain't gonna see nothing else. But yeah, Busby is hurting him into a situation to where he doesn't know what Busby's looking for. Okay, he has no idea what he's looking for. Right? He's baiting him. He's baiting him, and it's to get certain information. And see, Jay, you brag about being a businessman, but right now you're not a thinking man. This is not the time to be emotional. This is not the time to be arrogant. You have to outthink Busby. Busby is a thinker. He's someone who plays chess 10 moves before you move your one pawn. So for him, it's not about just the judgment, it's the end game. Remember, I said he's playing for the long road. So you got the death card here, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune. It feels like, I'm going to say allegedly, y'all. I'm going to say allegedly, y'all. Ooh, you say Queen Gambit vibes? I'll take it. I'll take it. Busby is trying to drag this out to possibly, possibly dry up Jay's money. Okay? Because you got the Wheel of Fortune here and the Death card. He he's he can make them go in a new direction that they don't even see coming because they're only thinking about the courtroom. Busby is thinking the courtroom and the higher ups. He's very, very far ahead of what they think. If he don't get you on one end, he's gonna outsmart you on the other end. He really is a thinker. Oh, you picking mods now, Mr. Ass? why why did you, first of all, before I go any further, why did you pick this name? I must know. I mean, outside of, allegedly that's what you like to do. I just must know. I mean, you came over here with this, so I mean, we've adopted you at this point. That is all I could think of at the time. You need to wash your damn thoughts. We're gonna wash your mind out with soap. What do you think of? Like, what was the runner up? I'm scared if that was all you could think of. Ah, no. When I open my YouTube on my TV and girls see it, they laugh. Yeah, well, you go keep it up until somebody slide across your face and until your nose is brown. You better stop advertising to everybody. That is not the treatment that everybody's supposed to get if that's what you do. Thank you for answering my question. You don't want everybody. You don't want everybody attention with that type of name. You say only fresh out the shower. I remember you have standards. Thank you. No tangy ass. How did we get here? Let me go back to work. Ooh. Well, bless you. Thank you for being here. So pretty much he wants him to juggle. He wants him to not know where it's coming from. Remember I said he's like a cat, okay? One here, one there. So think about how cats play with a ball of yarn. They'll just sit there all day until they get that yarn where they want it. This is what Busby is doing with him, y'all. Uh, I'm not gonna pay you no attention. You got lost in the streets and came over here. Thank you for coming in here, boo, regardless of whatever you're talking about. Um, they're gonna go to war when it comes to how they draft up this paperwork for sure. Let's see, how is this gonna affect the family and his mother? Because you got the Ten of Cups here and the Empress. His family and his mother. Yeah, the family allegedly is shook. Everybody's nervous This is not what they thought. You don't remember nothing like that, Benjamin Alexander, because first of all, I don't do cheap things. That is not my habit, and it's cheap. Yeah, family is nervous. Family is nervous. Family is nervous. This is definitely not what they expected, not what they thought was going to happen. It's like for the first time ever, everybody is feeling like they're no longer invincible. Said right before the tour, baby, and them the listen. So for all of y'all, yes, the Whitney line. Shout out to my Leo, but I don't do the other one she was doing. I no ski slopes, no pebbles. That's not me. Y'all, remember when I told y'all that this tour was going to do the same as the other one? It was going to be the bigger version of the other one. Tickets would not sell the way they wanted it to. There will be special giveaways. There will be price cuts. We have seen that already. So that's coming to fruition. Yeah, Wounded Warrior. He they're gonna drag this, y'all. See, this is what it is. And I'm going to just go ahead and put that out there. I'm going to preface this with allegedly, because this is allegedly Wednesdays, okay? Rico, you say. They're going to preface this with the cases that have to do with, being indecent, we'll say. But that's not the focus. That is not the focus. They're going to hit him front, back, side to side when it comes to his money. They want to know all about his money, how the money flows, where it comes from, how far back is it legal tender, if there is any illegal tender, and how much illegal tender. So, keyword of the evening, laundromat. Shout out to Nivea. Somebody's going to the laundromat. Yeah, 7 of Cups. So it's like Jay is really trying to consider, what to do from here. It's like this is the first time I've ever felt his energy where it's not as confident as before. It's like he's trying to consider his options. So it's finally sinking in that the walls are closing in. And I want you to understand this is not just about this one case. This is about multiple cases happening at the same time. We're not hearing about all his cases. We're hearing about the big cases. We're not hearing about all the cases, just the big cases. So he may have up to 7 cases, but we're only hearing about the big cases. These cases are going to multiply. I mean, goodness gracious. What y'all talking about over here on Station Head? So, Angel, can you do a reading on Oprah being subpoenaed for Russell Simmons case? Where was I at today, y'all? I missed everything. Y'all, I spent the whole day in prayer yesterday. I wake up this morning and I spent most of today in prayer. I didn't even do the content I was planning on doing, and that's fine because the prayer part was way more important. Um, y'all, judgment is raining down on his head. Judgment is raining down on his head. This is literally God himself showing up from the courts of the Most High into the courts of the highest courts of the land. You said Ava Law Firm. Okay, I see another one. It's confirming that Oprah was subpoenaed. I told y'all everybody was going to court in 2025. I told y'all that last year. Be prepared. Everybody's going to court in 2025. If you got a Pacer account, you might as well just start a YouTube channel. I promise you. You could just start a YouTube channel just reading people's court dockets. Somebody is going to do that. And I'm telling you, you're going to make a gang of money if you start a YouTube channel and only read court documents. Because that's all that people are going to be talking about is court case to court case to court case and a few scandals in between. Would you say, damn, don't say that? I ain't trying to go back. Listen, I ain't trying to go back either. That's why I'm in the house. I get in trouble, I'm going to go stand in the corner like old school. I can punish myself. I don't need no help. You don't even have to come over here and check on me, Judge. Look at me. I'm punished and everything in the corner. Yes, baby. This is about to be a hard pill to swallow. Um, it's like it's the walls are closing in. They're caving in. They're caving in. They're getting closer. It's becoming more real every day. Just for us, don't you laugh at me like that. I know how to self-punish. I'm going to go stand in the corner. You ain't got to take me to court. I am corrected. See, look at me. I'm going to go take a nap. Today is over. You ain't got to say nothing else to me. Oh, you said, how do you do with those nails so long? Baby, these aren't even my longest. These are actually a little shorter than the ones. These are a little shorter than the last set I had. I always do long nails. Um, Somebody was saying something about Sexy Red earlier. I fill out the loop. I take 2 days to pray, and everybody just is running amok. 2025 is not slowing down anytime soon. Said I wish I could say that to the judge. I get extra years. First of all, I hope you don't get any years, but whatever happens, I'm going to pray for you. And if you would like me to pray with you, email me at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com and we'll pray privately. Because, that ain't a place to be. It's really not. But sometimes, if that's your only choice, it's better to go to jail than to hell. Real talk. So yeah, the girl, will you come visit me? Listen, I told you I can go stand in the corner. Why the hell you need company in jail? See, look at that. Misery loves company. Why did you start off with will you write me? Start small. I wear underwire bras. I might walk through and set everything off. I don't. So look, y'all. It's not that this girl is not competent. It's almost like she's being used as a red herring. She's possibly a decoy for something way bigger. What you say? Okay, fine. Yeah, you got to start smaller. Next, you're going to be telling me to put something in your commissary. I like honey buns. Why I'm going to take my honey buns and send them to you. I don't know if you deserve honey buns, Mr. Ass. Your name still, oh gosh. You say you make cooking videos with your favorite food. Maybe I could make it. Also, love your videos. Oh, thank you, Chef Elliott. Let's see. I am Bougetto, okay? So let's start there. I love lamb chops, ossobuco. Um, I like Chilean sea bass. I am, somebody who cooks a lot of Creole food. So gumbo, etouffee, things like that. Yes. You know what? I'm not playing with you. I'm not even reading that out loud. Yeah. And it's not that Busby used her. Y'all got to remember, this young lady was sent to Busby. She was given to him as a client. Somebody did this on purpose because there's something attached to this case with her that opens a whole nother door that leads to something way bigger. Yeah. Feels like somebody went right when they should have went left. This was a distraction. It was that overlay for the underplay. So it's not that she doesn't have a good case. It's more so whether I win this case for her or not, this case is a catalyst case. It's a catalyst to something way bigger in the future. And we're going to come back and remember I said this, we're going to come back and revisit this because it's something about this case. There's something in this case that opens the door for information somewhere else. I am Bougetto, honey. Listen, I'm the first one to tell you. I am the first one to tell you. You gotta be multifaceted. You have to know how to go to, the round the way places and the fine dining places. I fit in both. Yeah. So, we're moving forward towards victory um, once they get whatever this information is, because this information is going to single Jay out. And it feels like it's someone behind the scenes, someone that is very high up, someone that will never be seen, that wants him separated from them. And they need something to come out in court that they can use that will completely remove him from them. It'll keep them up here and bring him down here. Why, thank you, Mr. Ass. That is a very nice compliment. He said, Auntie, you is fine dining. That is very public school, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You said, and my theory is all things lead back to the Diddler or the Diddler activities. Interesting, Brea. Could be, because at the bottom of the deck, we got the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands represents carnal energy, not being responsible with your carnal energy. This could also represent trafficking, but let's keep that as a key word. That's gonna resonate later as well. So the independent woman, y'all, expect his wife to be saying that, she wants a divorce very soon. All I can say is, baby girl, you waited way too late. Lemonade should have been the rollout for your divorce. You waited way too late. Said, I'm curious that Beyonce will get exposed in the midst of this. Listen, honey, everybody who is not being accountable this year is going to be exposed. This isn't about celebrity. This isn't about just, people that we look up to. This is across the board. You're going to see this in your home life. You're going to see this in your family life. You're going to see this, on your TV. This is going to be the master class for this year. Judgment and accountability. People are going to be forced to be held accountable. So there's something that she is absolutely telling the truth about when it comes to this King of Wands. So it feels like this is why they want to go into a new direction with this case. It feels like eventually he bit off more than he can chew. They're still underestimating Busby and Busby's reach. And this works out for Busby because they don't understand. Like I said, they're just doing what they got to do to win the case. Busby is doing what he has to do to win the war. Two totally different mindsets. Angel, I believe something has been shifting and I've been picking up on it. Said I just text my husband about accountability today. Yeah, it's one of the most important things that we all need to really, really get a handle on. Because if you don't fix, what you've done wrong and hold yourself fully accountable, you're going to pay for it dearly this year. And from here on out, yeah, you said this is a mess. The man calls himself Hove. Now he thinks he's God. Well, I'm going to tell you something. The ultimate God MC is God himself. And this tower is coming from up above. So remember I told you, he's going to feel like God punched him in the face personally. Because when this is all said and done, they're coming after his investments and what he's invested in. I see a lot to do with money. That's going to be his bigger problem. It's not going to be we'll say the Dittler accusations. Those accusations are still going to be, in the rumor mill, discussed. There's going to be more people to accuse him, but the target that I'm seeing here is money, how the money moves, what's going on with the money, where the money circulates through. And I'm telling you, that's very important because this is how this could possibly turn global. And I've been telling y'all for over a year that even the Dittler's case had the propensity to go global. So both of them are tied together. Yeah. He's running out of options. He didn't even realize he got to an end of a cycle. Y'all, I'm just going to say that when you're dealing with certain people, you got to watch your mouth. He said something to somebody on a certain level that they felt was confrontational. And he may be allegedly being deactivated from the top. So that goes back to what I already told y'all. His is going to come from above. Remember, when they came for Diddy, I was the first one that I remember. I don't know about anybody else. I distinctively told all of you that Homeland Security and the feds were going to come for Diddy, and they did. They're not going to come the same way for Jay. They're coming, but not the same way. So, yeah, I'm going to tap out of this energy because I don't think I need to say anything more. But he's definitely about to find out his arms are too short to box with God, honey. Fighting against God is not that's not a fight you want. You don't want to tussle with the Most High. You will never win. You said the industry will make you crazy going through all of that. If you let them. If you let them. I'm a firm believer that you got to draw a line in the sand. You got to tell the truth to yourself about what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. You have to be very, very, very strict on yourself about what you're not going to do. And that's not just about the industry, because how the devil works is he works in gray areas. He's going to take you to a place to where you might not do that, and then he's going to push you to see if he can get you to do just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. And then next thing you know, you've done so much that you can't come back. And this is how these people get you caught up, because you end up in a web. You said money makes people do things they don't think they would ever do. Well, let me tell you something, babe. Money don't make nobody do nothing. It's the love of money. People who love money will do you dirty, even if they don't even get it. It's just the thrill of trying to get it. They'll throw it all away just for the thrill of it. That's why you have to be very, very cautious about people that will do anything for a price, because for the right price, they're going to do you. And you could take that to the bank every single time. I don't like to deal with anybody that'll do anything for the money, because what happens when the money includes you? You got to have some cutoffs. You said most people will do you dirty regardless if money is involved or not. I agree, but money is a heck of a motivator. It's a very, very big incentive. You put money on the line, you'll find out who the real wolves are. I promise you. And here's the thing. They don't even care about the consequence until it's too late. The consequence catch up to them. They're like, oh. But they're not sorry about what they did to you. They're sorry they got caught. People that think like that, they ain't never sorry about what they do to you. For the right price, it's better you than me. And that's messed up, because it'll be the ones closest to you that'll do you. Yeah, only when they're caught. Because here's the thing. This is how spiritual law works, y'all. Well, welcome to what we talk about on Thursdays. If you like more spiritual conversations, this is what we do. We don't even get off into this stuff that we're talking about on here. We deal more in, the spiritual conversation. People will let any type of lower vibrational frequency drive them to do you dirty. And the only reason why is because a lot of times they are jealous, they are envious, they are greedy, they are gluttonous. They want to eat what's on everybody's plate but what's on their own. They can't even fix their own plate. A lot of these people don't want to do the work. They want all of the benefits, but they don't want to do the work. If you cut corners, you're going to run out of cloth. I don't care who you are. You got to do the work, because that's how you build a foundation to keep things stable. It may be slower, it may take longer, but it's going to stay. It's the foundation that keeps you up, keeps you, doing good. These people, they don't care about no foundation and doing no work. They want everything right now until the consequence catch up. Oh, we're not doing that. Let's send you. Let's send you back out into the middle of the street. There you go. Yeah, so they want the reward, not putting in the work. That's right. See, they want the test. They want everything that you work for, but they don't want the test that brought you the testimony. That's right. Quick gratification will always leave you in a bad situation, because most people that do everything quick, they don't think about the other side of it when you have to face the consequence. They're only thinking about what's happening right then in that moment. And then when they get hit with the consequence, it's stuff like, oh, I made a bad decision. No, you knew you made a bad decision in the first place. You just didn't weigh out all of the consequences. You didn't weigh out the damages that you were going to, occur. They know what they're doing. Everybody is not dumb, deaf, and blind to what they're doing. Some people befriend you just so they can betray you. That's the whole reason why they got in your face in the first place. This is why we need discernment, y'all. This year you need discernment, because them snakes are out and you got to cut the grass. You got to have the real ones in your circle this year. You ain't got the real ones in your circle? I feel for you. This is that year. You got to have the real ones in your circle. Yeah, there's some wicked people out here for sure. And what makes them really wicked is that they don't care. You'd be surprised what people will agree to for a come up and still don't even come up. Okay, let's see. What's up next, y'all? I'm only gonna do one more because I gotta get some rest, y'all. I'm tired. I gotta get content knocked out tomorrow, and I do have some readings that I have to do. I have a few clients, so I'm gonna call it a little early tonight. That's right. Cut the grass so you can see the snakes. Oprah. Iman, let's send you back to the street. Okay, Oprah. Harpo, what's going on with you, Harpo? Oh, Lord. This card did a cartwheel. Y'all, she didn't see this coming. We got heartbreak, and then you got the magician in the reverse. Whatever was supposed to be manifested didn't manifest. It feels like razzle dazzle is not working this year, y'all. So people who conjure, if you're not conjuring responsibly, this is not your year. The blowback will be huge. The blowback will be huge this year. That dark energy, it's being casted out. So a lot of spell work is dying this year. And I think some of these people are figuring this out. If you don't stop spamming me, what's wrong with you? Yeah, spell work is not really working this year. A lot of spell work is breaking. Um, and this is why so many of these people are facing retribution, because the trickery is no longer working like it used to. Yeah, the star. So she's hoping to, maneuver this situation with Seven of Swords. You know, y'all, like I said, these people they didn't see it coming. And there's more to come. There's going to be a lot more notable people that are going to have to be accounted for. Yeah, she feels betrayed. Um, because this is a situation her money cannot get her out of, her influence cannot get her out of. Yeah, they coming for the big ones this year. And it's gonna keep on going into the next, I wanna say for like the next 2 years. Yeah, Tower. Once again, the Seven of Swords. Somebody got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. This is why Hollywood did not want Trump in office. He promised them he was going to bring towers, and he's definitely bringing towers to a lot of these people in entertainment. So he's delivering on what he said. Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. You're going to see a lot of celebrities after this year start filing bankruptcy, having issues with getting work. More people complaining about the um, the money that they actually make versus what people think they make. It's like all the facades of Hollywood, of celebrity, are about to be exposed in the next year or so. It's like God is having an ultimate humbling moment, because he's going to stop people from idolizing a lot of these people. Yeah, the Chariot. Yeah, they're moving forward with this. And once again, you see how the seven of swords keeps popping up at the bottom of the deck. They This is very strategic. A lot of these people did not see this coming. I don't think she knew at all. This feels like a blackout. So let's say if she has anyone that she follows or she associates with in law enforcement, it looks like whoever she may have whoever she talks to, it doesn't look like they got the message to even tell her. This feels above a regular investigation, because it's like a lot of law enforcement could even be in the dark about what's going on until you know further notice. And we're going to keep seeing these raids and sweeps. Yeah, they're going to keep doing them in secret. Lord, y'all gonna be surprised at these people that they start picking up. Hollywood is gonna look real empty in a minute when it comes to your favorites. If if you could get you a regular career, I'm not gonna even say job. You could start a business. Find something that you really love to do and have some morals. Because if you don't, you see what the consequence is for these people that would do anything for the money. You do anything for the money, you will take any consequence that comes along with what you did for the money. And you might not be able to pay that consequence. Oh, Lord. So, bottom of the deck, we got someone who is, highly ashamed, deep regret, public humiliation. Also, the death card, and I'm not taking this as her passing away. I take this as the image, the legacy. Her image and legacy could definitely be affected. I thought the screen was still moving. It was stuck. Hold on. Yes, the veil is definitely being lifted. That's right, Gen X Leo. Greed is the greatest test. And greed is one of the main, greed and lust are two of the main things that the devil uses to mess people up. Outside of greed and lust, jealousy and envy. So don't be envious of these people. Don't be jealous of these people, because these people are going to face final judgment. A lot of these people's, if you could think about their character, okay, the persona versus the person, they're being deactivated. They no longer need these people. Their influence is not as important as it used to be, and they can get far more for less with what they have in the industry now. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. Um, Y'all, they got her in collaboration, allegedly, okay? Allegedly. They got her in collaboration or working in concert too, in conjunction with, and it feels like something very maleficent. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. So it looks like she may have known about this for a while, y'all. She breadcrumbed this situation and dragged it out as long as she could until she couldn't. But I still don't think she saw this coming. This feels like literally came out of nowhere. And it's for things that were done in the past. Six of Cups. So now this is my Lion of Judah card, the Strength card. And it's like, almost, I hate to even say this because it feels ridiculous, but this is like someone who, once again, remember I said accountability is key this year. Someone who doesn't want to take accountability and they feel like they are being betrayed by God. Wow. You're being betrayed by God, but okay. So we may hear, more information between now and Gemini season which is not that far away. Show me the Tower. Yeah, 5 of Cups. Y'all, she can't get out of this. Whatever they got is full exposure. Oh, wait. For all my people who listen to rock, I'm channeling a song, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. Listen, let the bodies hit the floor. Remember, God is no respecter of persons. And what they're doing with the law now is heavenly judgment. God don't care about celebrity. He don't care about how much money you got. He don't care about what type of house and cars you got. When he catch up to you, none of that stuff matters. And this feels like something that she cannot get out of. Oh, the politicians are coming next. They're coming. Yeah, somebody she collaborated with for work, or somebody that she met through work. A very, very key, notable person. Oh, Lord. Is this from that flight log? Is this from that epilator flight log? You know, I won't say that name over here. He ain't here no more, but they get to messing with you when you say the name of that defiled beast. This feels like this is from the epilator log. And it seems like whatever they got is damning. Because 5 of Cups is public humiliation and regret, embarrassment. Unable to rebuild with the Tower on top. Never being able to rebuild your legacy. Okay, Isaiah, thank you for letting me know, because I did, y'all just told me here on the live. I didn't know she got picked up, but this looked like the epilator log. We gonna use that word. Lord have mercy. Ooh, baby, yeah, this is fast and aggressive. The Chariot represents law enforcement to the world. Cycle closed, chapter complete. The character of Harpo has now been deactivated. Who would have saw this coming? 2025 is going to leave people with no edges. Let me see where mine is at, y'all. I got too much forehead to be losing edges. Oh, God. Now you see what I mean when I tell y'all folks going to feel like they got punched in the face by the hand of God? Because they're not going to see it coming. The high priestess. God is blocking out the information to the evildoers, the ones who work in dark magic. They're not getting this information. Only the high priest and high priestess, those that are in the highest vibration that actually talk to God himself. Remember, the Most High said in the time before he comes back, he will, cover the eyes. He will make sure that they don't see it coming. This is that. Y'all look like we in the new Bible. Yeah, all her supporters, everybody gonna walk away from her. See, this is why you don't respect money more than principle. Because principle will keep you out of situations that money cannot get you out of. Yeah. She didn't see this coming. I don't care who she works with. I don't care what type of, spiritual advisor she had. They need to put some Windex on that crystal ball, honey. Because it's not working. Yeah, it's not working. Lil Mac, sweetheart, do you want us to pray with you? Because I don't want you to, do anything to yourself. Let me know if you want us to pray with you. Because if you feeling like hurting yourself, I don't want you to hurt yourself. We will pray and cover you. I can't force you to take my prayer, but if you want it, we'll stop this chat right now and pray for you. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and just pray for you, sweetheart. Heavenly Father, we come to you today to put your hand over little Mac. I don't know his situation, but you do. Heavenly Father, you know his heart, you know his soul, you know what needs to be fixed in his life, you know what he needs to be held accountable for before you. He does not need to be held accountable before us because we are not the ultimate judge. You are, Heavenly Father. Whatever needs to be moved in his life, whatever mountains need to be moved in his life, they're nothing to you, Heavenly Father. Help him to get in proper alignment with you, Heavenly Father, so that he can get his life where you want his life to be, not where he wants his life to be. Heavenly Father, we reach our spiritual hands out to little Mac so that you can pull him back from the brink of destruction. We are not going to allow you to harm yourself if we can. So we're going to spiritually cover you. Send the mightiest of the angels of love, of healing, of blessings, and put that healing energy over him. Surround him in angelic fire and burn away any infirmity, any negative thoughts, any demonic inflictions that are being placed upon him, Heavenly Father. You said that if there is any redeeming quality in a person, no matter how small, you will save that person. I am standing in the gap for this person. I don't know who this person is, but you do, and that's all that matters. Heavenly Father, reach out to this person and heal this person, mind, body, and soul. Heavenly Father, I give thee charge over this person. Fight off the demons that are surrounding this person. You gave us dominion over all things of the land, the air, the sea. So I command the demons on him through angelic fire to dissipate. Burn all of the bindings that is on this person. Burn him off of his bloodline. Take the yoke of iniquity off of his neck and show him the light and give him the way. Show him the real light, Heavenly Father, not the false light that was trying to guide him and trick him in the first place, Heavenly Father. You said there is nothing that is impossible for you, Heavenly Father. So that means whatever he is going through is not impossible for you. Take these yokes of iniquity off of him and return them to where they come. The demons that are on him that are giving them these thoughts, I rebuke you, I cast you out, I send you back to hell from where you come. If you come back around him, he has angelic fire circling around him. You will disintegrate. Put the mightiest of charges around him, Heavenly Father, and give them the orders to destroy. He is your child, and if he is reaching out for help, he is able to come before us so that we can all stand in the gap for him so that you can save his soul. We cannot do it. The work has to be done by him, Heavenly Father, but you and the angels can fortify him to do the work. Let it be done on earth as it is in heaven, so mote it be. And it is done. Now, sweetheart, I haven't seen you back here in the chat, but we love you even though we don't know you. And don't you ever let any thought get in your mind to make you think that you are not worth it, that God does not love you. You are here right now because God sent you. And if God sent you to us for us to pray for you, he cares about you. There is a message in the madness that you have been through. You are the walking testimony. All you got to do is get up and walk in your authority. I command you to know who you are, to remember who you are, and to take the blinders off of you that the devil has put on you. You are God's child. Remember, there is nothing that God can't do. Greater that is in you than he that is in the world. If you walk with God, nothing, I don't care who it is or what it is, can come against you. Yeah, I think that I should end it here because that was more important than anything else that we're talking about. God bless you, whoever you are. And just know that God does not give you the spirit of defeat. That is not God talking to you. I knew someone in here needed to know about how to tell the difference when God is talking to you. From here on out, I command when God speaks to you, you will know his voice because I am asking him to speak directly to you. And whoever else needed that prayer, we touch and agree and we cover you. We bind the spirit of self-hatred, self-loathing, self-unaliving. I am marking you spiritually, with the blood of the Lamb. Don't give the devil the glory. You have a place in this world, and God loves you. That's why he brought you here, for us to pray over you. I hope this helps to soothe your soul, sweetheart. Don't give up. And on that note, y'all, I'm going to end this live. I was going to get off of here early anyway because I've had a long day and I need to get some rest. But I love y'all. And membership, I'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. And good night, y'all. I love you. I love you the long way. I love you enough to tell you the truth. That's when you know somebody loves you, because they're not going to hurt you by telling you a lie that multiplies later and ruins your life. They're going to tell you the truth. And that truth might hurt your feelings a little, but it's going to set you free. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you be free. I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye, y'all.